Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing today? Excuse me as my voice is a little hoarse, but I want to welcome you all to another great episode of the Unapologetic Entrepreneur. And today's episode is going to be one that's been on my mind for quite a while, but it's going to come out today. See, I'm just going to put it out there. I just got back from that mastermind. Remember my shameless plug? We had an amazing time at this mastermind, expanding our brain, thinking, collaborating, making each other stronger. And I was talking to a few agents, a few other entrepreneurs, right? And we are talking about the entrepreneur spirit. And they were talking about people that they know. And conversations came up, and I realized something on the flight back from Atlanta. ATL was going on. On the flight back, I realized that a lot of people don't get into entrepreneurship for one main reason. We're going to cover that reason today. Today, we're going to cover on your calling has to be louder than their opinions. Here's what we noticed. Here's what I noticed. I'm going to give you a small story regarding myself real quick. I remember when I first retired from the educational system, right? I was working and times were getting hard. And, that learning curve is different when you're switching from a 9 to 5. And my mom, love her to death, right? I love my mom. For those of you that don't know the story, I really do love my mom. I mean, my mom is like my best friend, everything. But she knows I'm the first one to go to college. And I'm here on my entrepreneur venture, and things were getting harder. My mom's answer was, I know a friend that could get you a job as a security guard. I had to laugh. I still have to laugh. Hey, what's going on, Takira? I had to laugh. The reason I laugh is because I went through school to get 2 masters and 3 bachelors. And here's my beautiful mom telling me that since I'm struggling, I should go get a security job. I'm overqualified. But it's just the thought of it. She was afraid. And her opinion was that I should be working 9 to 5. My family's opinion is that I should have been working, not owning. Who am I to think of that I can own a business, right? That's what they were thinking. And it's okay. And sometimes we let that creep up into our heads, but that wasn't my calling. My calling has always been in educating. I just learned how to educate through entrepreneurship. But you got to always remember that your calling, that's right, all of you watching, and those of you that'll be watching later, your calling is louder than anyone else's opinion. Okay? You got to stop listening to those voices and stop listening, most importantly, to one voice, the voice of fear. I don't know. Does anybody know what the voice of fear sounds like? First, let me see who's out here today. Let me see if I can check out my chat. Hey, what's going on, Takira? Bundy, how you doing? Mr. Harrison, there you go. Hey, Miss King. Do any of you know what the sound of fear sound like? Oh, I don't see everybody's comments. Let me turn to my phone real quick. See if I see everybody's comments here, because I see a few of you that are commenting, but there's other viewers here. Let me see. You guys got to get a shout out. Thanks for coming out today. Let's see. As I said, my voice is a little hoarse because I was one of the speakers, if you would. Some people would say presenters. And I get really animated when I talk about my subject because I have to let people know how serious it is. And I just turn into a whole different avatar, a whole different character comes in. How you go? How you doing, Mr. Merch? Hey, Fernica. Doubt and excuses. Here we go. So we're gonna get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you what it sounds like. Ready? It's when you're home alone. You could be in a room full of people, but inside you're in solitude, right? And you start hearing things like, what if I fail? We all have that voice. What if I fail? What if you fail? What if they don't support me? Who's they? Your family, your loved ones, your friends. What if they don't support me? Here's one that's really big. What if I'm not good enough? That voice is loud. Who do you think you are? Who told you you're good enough for this? Let me tell you, that voice of fear keeps you from your purpose. On the other side of that fear is everything you've been looking for, everything that your knees have been hurting from you, pressing upon them and praying up to God for, is on the other side of fear. One of my partners, man, he hit this so good. He said, comfort feels good. Oh, it feels so good when you're comfortable, you're in that comfort zone. But guess what? Nothing grows in comfort. Think about that. Nothing good grows in comfort. And that's what fear does. It keeps you from getting uncomfortable. You don't want to let go of that feeling. It wears a mask. It wears a mask. And let me tell you, it hides behind three common things that we all know. I'll start with one right now for you. Timing. Timing is always an issue. It's not the right time. Married couples start thinking about when they want to have kids. Oh, when it's time. What is the time? How do you map that out? Please tell me. Or I'm going to start a business when the time is right. How do you map that out? Please, somebody. You guys get in the comment section. Let me know. Let me know how you can time that out. That's one of the masks that fear wears. Here's another beautiful mask that sometimes they're so pretty, these masks. They hide so well because we use them all the time. Here's the other one. Preparation. I'm not ready. I'm gonna start my business, or I'm gonna get into business when I'm ready. Time keeps ticking, baby. When are you gonna be ready? When? The only time you know you're ready is when you put your feet in the water. That's it. That's when you're ready. You can't plan that. You can plan as you go. You can seek mentorship. There's a lot of things that we've talked about on this platform that can get you prepared, right? But you don't have to wait to be completely prepared to get started. And here's the third mask. Ooh, this one's for those of us that are joining in, that were part of the mastermind, those guests that we had. There's one on the color system. There's a color that really wears this mask very well. Perfectionism. Everything has to be perfect. The stars have to be aligned. That's when I'm going to start entrepreneurship. You know what happened to us as adults? We stopped dreaming. We got told by society, the world, our parents, our loved ones, that we're not allowed to dream. We're not allowed to own something. Who are we to own something? Be a business owner? Control your time? Who told you you could control your time? We stopped dreaming. On the flight, when I got home, I don't know why this whole theme was hitting me. And I found a clip that hit me real hard. I'm gonna share it with you guys today, and I hope everything goes smooth so you guys can watch it. Either watch it now and live while you're with me, or watch it on the playback. If you're here live with me, please chime in after you watch this. Take a few minutes. We're gonna take a few minutes. Just watch this clip and tell me how it resonates with you. What do you hear in the clip? Because most times we see movies, right? And movies tell a lot of truth, man. You guys got to stop watching movies on the top layer. You guys are watching movies on the top layer when the guns are going off and everything is. Yeah, start looking at start reading into the character and what's going on. I'm gonna take out a clip from a movie, and I want you to tell me whether you're watching it live or later on. Put it in the comment section. How does this resonate? What do you get out of it? I'm dying to collaborate with you guys and share some mental real estate where we can help each other's brain expand. There's a very comfortable platform. Let me get to the clip real quick.
Sir, they can cut the chain off the door, but they can't make us play.
We've decided we're gonna finish what you started, sir.
Yeah, so leave us be, coach. We got shit to do, sir. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
Now, that clip was powerful, man. He said so many things, and that's a famous quote, by the way, and that's from the movie Coach Carter. That clip right there says so much. And I'm going to tell you how it related to me. See, I was always afraid. I'm like, a lot of people don't seem to understand this or see it, but there's a very deep introvert that lives inside of me. And I'm okay, I accept it. But I do like to express myself. And as I got older, I come from a household of three. I'm the youngest of three. Now two. God rest my brother's soul. Love him to death as well. But they lived a different type of lifestyle. I grew up in hard knocks. It was a hard knocks life for me. Yes, it was. I grew up in New York City. Then I came over to New Jersey. And I just witnessed a lot as a child. And I stopped believing that things were possible. But, I had some powerful people in my life that helped push me along and sort of pass the baton to other people. And I just managed to stay on the right side of the fence. Now, as I grew up, though, and I started to see things going well for myself, I would do something that a lot of people do. I would start asking myself, who am I to? I mean, look, I'm their brother. That's my father. Like, who am I? Who am I to accept this gift, or as you would call it? Then we're going to go into manhood. And you know what? I'm going to fast forward all the way to entrepreneurship. Started my entrepreneurship. I started doing insurance, and I was doing really well. I did really well. Jewelry to prove it. I did really well. But somehow always sabotaged. Somewhere in the back of my subconscious, things didn't go right, and I didn't understand why. And I'm telling you, I've got some real good people that have been around me, and God has sent me angels in the form of men and women to make sure that I didn't go to the left side of the fence. And I'm so grateful. I'm such a grateful human being for that, because I'm so grateful that God had the time. It's always, I'm telling you, I'm that one that he came back for. I'm so happy that he never let me just go astray, because it could have been a different turnout. But I figured out my fear through my existence. My fear was a fear that a lot of people don't talk about. My fear was fear of success. I was brainwashed by everything that I witnessed and how I grew up and the things that I seen, that I was afraid to succeed. I was afraid to say that I deserve things. I was afraid to say that I work hard, so therefore I should be or I should have. I didn't allow that to happen. I was my own worst enemy. Today, I want to let you guys know that you could break free from that as well, because I've met a lot of people that probably don't even know that is their fear. They think it's other things. Like you challenge, you challenge other business partners and you tell them, go do this, and they do it. And they come back and they tell you, I was scared, but I did it. That wasn't really your fear. That was just a little obstacle. Go do this, and they do it. And they get it done. But somehow there's something that keeps stopping them from going to the next level. It's them. They probably have the same fear I had. The fear to succeed, the fear to dream. If you listen to that quote, I mean, in that whole clip, there's a part that he says, dream as children do. Think about when you were a kid. If you have a child, think about when they were a child, or nephews or nieces, and you ask them, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they come out with some bodacious things. I want to be an astronaut. They have no idea what that takes. But you know what? They don't care. It's their dream. I want to be a lawyer. They don't even know what a lawyer is. They just seen it on TV. I want to be a judge. Don't even know they're required to go through law school. They want to be heart surgeons, doctors. They want to do all these wonderful, big title things. And as they grow and go through the life and get beat, and what they see and the surrounding they're in, if they're not nurtured to nurture that seed that they have inside them, that dream, guess what happens? It dries up. They stop being able to dream. And that there's so many little parts in that little clip. Guys, if you haven't seen the movie Coach Carter, just to get to that clip, you got to understand the dynamics of why that gentleman decided to start saying that quote, how it came to life. At the end, he tells the coach, which plays the role in our lives, that are entrepreneurs, whether believe it or not, my mentors have saved my life. He tells them, I want to thank you, sir. You saved my life. It's not that he pulled him from a gunfight. You know what he did? He says it there too. He liberated him. He gave him the opportunity to be himself and be free, to dream again, to believe that he can be an owner, to believe that he can move forward in that dream that he had in his mind. For those of you that come to this platform, you know it's about entrepreneurship. So what that would mean to me as an entrepreneur is I'm allowed to be successful. I'm allowed to dream big. My goals used to be microscopic. Like my goals were more like things that could basically be accomplished in a very short amount of time. So there's no room for error. Like I'm gonna make $10,000 this month. That's very doable. It's very doable. I want to make 100,000 this month. That's scary. That's a goal. That's something to go for. But in the mindset that I had once upon a time, that might equal success. That's something I have to run from. I have to find an excuse, something that's going to allow me to sabotage that seed that I'm trying to let grow in my head. So I ask you guys today, what is your fear? Put it in the comments. You know why it's important to be able to say, what is your fear? Because once it's out your mouth, now you're liberated from it. It's no longer inside of you growing, festering. Get rid of that fear. Because I'm telling you, your purpose is louder than anybody else's opinion. But only you can liberate yourself from that. Let me continue on here. What keeps you from your purpose. We're discussing that right now. Is your fear that takes that. It robs you. It robs your momentum, your clarity. It takes away your joy. Let me see. Let me talk. Let me see what's going on over here. Hey, hi everybody. How you doing? Don't be afraid. Say something on the chat. All right, all right. How you doing, Vernika? Doubt and excuses. We got silence. Fear can either drown you or drive you, Miss Takira. Hey, how you doing, Crystal? All right. Shadira, how you doing? Oh, hey, Miss Diamond, how you doing? There you go. Guys, don't be afraid to reply. What is your fear? So we got something here. We got stop letting fear dim your light and allow them to project their fears and lack of belief in themselves on you. And that's what family does. That's what family does. Unfortunately, they love us, but sometimes deep down inside, they doubt you. And it's not even you that they're doubting, it's themselves. They're trying to look at themselves through you, and it's sad, but that's what happens. There's another movie I could tell you to go look at. There's a very big quote, and if I would have thought about this going in this direction, I would have put it, Pursuit of Happiness. Watch it once a year. There's a part that Will tells his son, which is funny because that's his real son, not to ever let anybody steal his dream, not even him, because he knows that he's liable to project that on him. That if you want something, go for it. If you want something, do it. You all have that same exact power within you. So what I'm trying to tell you is liberate yourself from your fear and don't be afraid. Once you say it, it's gone. Get it out of you. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm a little hoarse, so I got to push through this today, guys. See, here's the thing. Those masks that we wear or that fear wears, because, you know, it's part of us, they basically make you self-sabotage, right? They make it seem like you need to be perfect. Those fears stay so relevant because they seem so real. It's something that we rely on, that realism. You can't let fear lead you. Instead of you got to let your assignment serve you as opposed to your fear lead you. Fear robs your momentum, guys. Let's see. I got something else I wanted to make sure I cover in my notes. Fear should not stop you. Don't let it stop you. Instead, look at it as a challenge. And as I said in one of the other episodes, if you're going to fall forward. Go through it. Go and grow. You like that? Go and grow. Remember that anything, the only place that growth happens is when you are uncomfortable. Think of a plant. I know all of you have been to school before. There's a science project we used to do with the kids. We made them plant the little plants in a little cup. And as the plant grows, what do you have to do with that plant? You have to transfer it from the cup to a bigger vase or a bigger area so the roots continue to grow because they are uncomfortable. Now it's time to grow. If you leave that plant in that little cup, guess what's going to happen to that cup? See, we're not in a live audience, so it's not interactive. So I got to see if somebody, we got some comments coming in. So I'm going to go to our comments in a minute. What's going to happen is that plant is going to die. It's going to die. Let's see. We got the comments on ribbon over here. Let's see what's going on in the comment section. All right. Oh, all right. We got Kira. Stop letting people down. Oh, we got that one already. First, you have to know your purpose to walk in it. I could agree to disagree, but I can also agree with you. I'm 50-50 on that because sometimes you got to walk in what you think your purpose is and it'll lead you towards your purpose. You can't stay still and say, I'm going to find my purpose. I'm going to find my purpose. You pray and walk. Remember, this is my opinion, guys. Listen, I'm just like you. This is just a platform where we can have this conversation. To me, is you walk and you find your purpose in walking. If you just stand still waiting for your purpose to hit you, time is still ticking. If you're a praying person, pray and move. You're not supposed to pray and sit. There's a time to sit still. But it's not all that time to find your purpose. Your purpose comes to you. Conversations with your father come. And listen, I'm a spiritual person. I'm not trying to bring that here, but I'm trying to tell you what it is. In my life, I pray. I hear. Sometimes I don't know how God speaks to me, but I know that he speaks to me while I'm moving. And that's how I found my purpose. That's how I found that I'm living in my purpose, through helping people. I love helping people, both accomplish things and change people's lives. My why is to leave my fingerprint on the world. Do you know how big the world is? You know how many people I got to help to leave my fingerprint on the world? Man, I got a lot of work to do. So that's what, I'm not trying to debate you, but we can debate. We can debate. I like debates. After the mastermind, I'm feeling like Kanye. You can't tell me nothing. All brakes, no gas. Team Fearless. Okay, I'll take that. Shadira's coming in with the Kanye references. I wish I had some music. I never have an issue obtaining my goals. I just ask my future self, what's my fear? It just said, you fear your ability to sustain what I have achieved. So your fear is losing what you have already accomplished. That's strong. Okay, Miss Diamond. Now, if you always obtain your goals, then go for higher goals. Challenge yourself. Challenge. Go through that growth, girl. I'm challenging you. You know what? Next time, I'm going to make sure that I contact you, and I'm going to ask you your goal, and then I'm going to challenge you to go higher. See, we got, Carol. We got Carol here. If you wait for fear to go away, it will not. Move into it anyway. That's the only way to grow. Okay, Carol. Miss Powell. Inside joke, guys. Ha 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 ha. You'll never know. If you know, you know. All right. She's back. Let's debate. It's too much to text. Oh man, well, we got paragraphs coming in. I do witness it that so clearly. It's subconscious programming running on that I'm going to transmute that to replace that belief. It feels amazing, sustaining and exceeding my goals. It's safe to keep winning. I know that's definitely subconscious. Oh, there's more. Oh man, that only came out there. Hold on. Man, we gotta have a telephone line here. Hold on. Let me go to it on the side here. Exceeding my goals. I know there's definitely subconscious, because in my conscious mind, I already know this isn't a problem. Heart. Gotcha. Oh, all right. Carol caught it. Okay, Leo, let's do that. Somebody's accepting my challenge. I like this. Come on, guys. Keep them coming. All right. Check out where I left off here, man. This is a good. Listen, put a thumbs up if you think this is a good conversation, because I'm telling you, I came back from the mastermind on that short plane ride, and I was like, man, what's keeping people back? I mean, my message, my presentation was all on accountability and knowing that you have the power to do it. Why? Because I know I went through it, guys. I've been sharing part of my life through this since I started this podcast, and it wasn't always so pretty. I mean, yes, I accomplished a big feat. 6 months, I was able to create 6 figures of income, not writing it, but in my pocket. Not everybody could do that. I'm not the only one that's done it. A lot of people have done it, but it was a challenge for myself. I wasn't challenging anyone else. But in doing that, I realized a lot, because I was documenting on paper what I was doing, because I know where I started. I know where I was almost facing. And I see how the tables turn by just saying, you know what? I felt like the little engine that could. I think I can. And it kept happening. But you know what? I had very good octane. I had good fuel. You know where you find your fuel? In the people around you. That's your fuel, guys. The people around you. Hold on. we got thumbs up. That's right. That's right. Uh-oh, here she goes. She's gonna text it anyway. I never said stop working towards your purpose. However, that's her way of saying, but if you never pray and ask God for it, and just live life as it is going to fall on your lap, you will be miserable and never truly happy and fulfilled in your life. I agree with that one. Show up with your fears. I like that too. You guys are on today. All right. I thought you guys were gonna be sleeping today. You're on today. I got all the thumbs up right now. Good topic. All right. All right. So let's continue talking about this because there's some people that need to hear this. We talked about what the sound of fear sounds like, those questions. And we also talked about the ramifications of trying to answer those questions. Right? So let's talk about how the truths can break you free from that. I want you guys to think of this, man. You're chosen to do whatever it is you're trying to do. You're chosen for this. That is your calling. Don't be afraid of it. You're chosen. And in order to act that way, all you need to do is to be walking steadfast forward. You don't need to be perfect. You ready for this? You don't need to be perfect. Just got hit real hard, man. I don't know. You dialed up today. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be present. Be in the moment so you can see what's going on, so you can analyze. Some of us are just existing. A lot of people are living that I got to work 40 hours for 40 years for this much money, for less than 40%. Not doing it the right way. Your future self depends on you to stop being afraid to make changes. It's not about who likes it. It's about who needs it. Who needs what you got to provide. Someone needs your future self to step up to the plate and stop being afraid of doing those things. Remember, someone's always watching. Oh, we got a lot going on here. Let's see. Okay. Someone's always watching. You can't fail if you're faithful. That's like an oxymoron. If you're afraid to fail and you're full of faith. Which one is it? Are you fearful or faithful? Which F is it for you? Fearful or faithful? Progress comes in the obedience. Excuse me. Here's one thing I'm going to say. Stop letting other people control you. Their opinions should not be stronger than your dreams, than your purpose, than the one thing you want to do. No one's opinion. You got to govern your own life. And every one of us serve a purpose here. Now, if you're living somebody else's dream, we see that all the time. Let's think about it. How many people you went to school with? Well, I know I went to school with a lot of kids when I was in, I went to an honors high school. Oh, their parents are doctors. Guess what they had to be? Doctors. They didn't have a choice. Heaven forbid one of them wanted to be an actor or be an artist or a musician. Ooh, God, taboo. That happens all the time. Stop letting people project their dreams upon you. Would you rather disappoint them or disappoint the version of you that was brave enough to dream? Which one's worse? Disappointing people or disappointing yourself? We got some more. All right. I always say you can be offended and effective at the same time. Jay Jones telling me to preach that. All right, Jay. Hey, Jay Jones, thanks for popping in. Oh, all right. We got people inviting people. By the way, guys, QR code right over here. Scan it. Also, like, share, and send this to somebody that you think is afraid of walking or living in their purpose. Send it to them. They might need to hear this. This might not be for you, but you know somebody that can use this. Let's go back to my beautiful notes here. All right. Thanks, by the way, thank you all 12 of y'all for jumping on. I appreciate that. Like I said, like, share, and subscribe because we got some people coming on. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna give you guys a challenge, the same challenge I gave some of my business partners. Excuse me. I'm gonna challenge you. Hold on, I need this honey. I'm going to challenge you guys to write down that dream. Don't post it here. People, you guys use Facebook for different things. You could post it. That's just going to give you accountability. There's no problem with that. Let's have the conversation after this conversation. That works. Right? But challenge yourself to not only face that fear, but I would love to see what the outcome is. We're challenging ourselves in our organization to write a letter to ourselves, like Back to the Future. I want you to think 90 days ahead. What would that person say to the person that sees today? What accomplishments would they like to see? What do they feel they're going to be able to accomplish? How are they going to face that fear? Write that letter to yourself. Then 90 days from now, mail that letter to yourself. Don't open it. Open it 90 days from the day you wrote it. And see if you were able to face that fear or you stagnant and stayed in place. That'll be interesting. You know what? Let me write this date down right now. We're on the 18th, 7/18. Got to put an alarm because we're gonna touch this subject in 90 days and see if all 12 of you will come back and be brave enough to say, hey, I did that letter thing, man. I want to see, let me share what I discovered. It's a way of tracking yourself, your progress. Guys, stop existing. Stop existing and start living. Stop existing and stop living. Let me start living. I want to end this also with a quote. Then I'm going to get to my shameless plug today. Here's my quote for the day. Your calling is not waiting for their approval. Listen to this. Your calling is not waiting for their approval. It's waiting for your courage. So guys, stand up in your dream. Don't be afraid and keep pushing forward. Shameless plug. Well, it's that time. Every time I have a guest here, I usually do a shameless plug, meaning I let them plug something they're doing, plug people to their business, let people know where they can follow them, good content. Well, today's shameless plug comes to you from me, Mr. Leonardo Garcia. You can follow me on Facebook, Leonardo F. Garcia, Dynasty Legacy Group, Instagram, Mr. Get Off the Bench on TikTok. And also, I have something I want to share. I'm gonna give myself some flowers. Being that in the last 6 months I was able to track my business, I have a blueprint now. I have a blueprint of what it takes to do 6 figures in 6 months. I'm looking for 10 people. 10 people. Contact me. You're going to see this here. Contact me. 10 people that are interested in knowing how they can reach 6 figures in 6 months. I will help them with that formula. I will help them scale their business and take that first step into entrepreneurship. It could be part-time, full-time, and it could be remote from home. No questions asked. All you have to do is come reach out to me. My number is on the screen. My number can be found anywhere. Send me a text. Let's have a conversation. that's my shameless plug for the day. I also have, let's see if I can put it here. You can also go to the link in the comment section right here. There's a link in the comment section. Click that link, fill out the form, and I'll reach out to you. Let's have a conversation. Help me help you see if I can get you there. In this economy, 6 figures in 6 months, not very easy to do with a job. Let me teach you how to do it with a business. With all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for spending your time with me, because it's the only thing that I cannot that no one can ever replace. Thank you for coming out. God bless you. Be blessed.